Last of Us episode 7 and 8. Okay, this is gonna be like a 2-in-1 special because when I watched episode 7, which is based on the Left Behind DLC, macam I have nothing to say on it lah actually. So I'm just doing like a two-parter. So the episode 7 review is gonna be like short. Episode 8 maybe longer skate because they're following the storyline in the game which is the David punya storyline, which is pretty good. Okay, episode 7, Left Behind. In this episode, we get to see how Ellie basically origin story and like what she did semua tu. And I gotta say, it's kind of okay, but kind of like meh sikit because throughout the episode, I didn't really care about Ellie and Riley. Macam you know, because start the episode I feel like, oh okay, I've seen this before semua tu, because it's just a bunch of friends spending time in a mall. It kept get really macam interesting sangat to me. And it's weird macam every character they do like this race swap. Macam Maria dia does like race swap semua. The Joel punya daughter dah race swap, but Riley tak race swap pula. So macam, why are they picking and choosing? You know, Joel dengan daughter dia boleh race swap, but Riley tak race swap pula. It's like, why are they picking and choosing which characters yang boleh race swap and not? So it's, to me it's like, okay, they followed the game, but why you gotta race swap in the first place? What I felt throughout this episode macam bunch of kind of like cringe punya teenager stuff. I mean, yeah, I get it, they're on teenagers. But you know, I still feel like the cringe punya acting semua tu lah. But in this episode, we get to see that Riley gave the pun book to Ellie, which is cool. But which is not cool is that they changed the arcade punya scene, which is really iconic macam in the DLC, macam these knives punya arcade game. But in the TV series, they change it into Mortal Kombat 2. So macam we don't get to feel that impact sangat, like how they use their imagination to play the game. And why is the mall empty? Macam power generator on semua, but no one like lives in there. Macam how is the power still going on and there's like no one in? I mean, in the game it makes sense about there's like ada caretaker there, tapi ni macam kosong. So in the end, Ellie and Riley got bit, but instead of like a swarm of like zombies, it's just like one infected. So I feel like, wow, it really underplays their punya. Macam just one infected could kill those two girls. Macam, dude, at least have like 2 or 3 like make it like a fight. Ni just takes one to bite both of them. Kind of feels like macam in the game there was like banyak macam diorang kejar semua, but in the TV it's just macam, oh, they dancing and then just one comes up and then just bites them and then it's like done over. So that's about it. How, you know. So in the end, Riley died and Ellie lived. They wanted to lose their minds semua tu, but even that felt like the line was like forced. I don't know, it didn't feel natural at all. But I like how in the end, because Ellie lost Riley, she's like really trying to help Joel to make sure Joel's surviving, Joel is alive. To macam in the end, like she's desperate to help Joel to recover because she doesn't want to lose him. So overall, I give the episode a 6 out of 10 because it really likes, the pace was slowed down to me. It's like kind of too slow for me, but the acting is kind of cringe, but they did alright. Okay, now episode 7 is 6 out of 10. Let's go episode 8. Episode 8, we are following the David storyline, which is like the most iconic chapter in the game. Is like the best. So what they change about this, that it makes sense that Ellie doesn't use a bow and arrow. Macam kenapa dia tiba-tiba pro in bow and arrow So she's using like a rifle untuk kill the deer. And David and James is actually the voice actor for Joel, so it's cool to see him play character. Yeah, Troy Baker. So I think Troy did a really good job playing the role of James. Actually, James ada dalam the game juga. He's like his right hand man, but he died pretty quick. So in this episode, we get to learn more about David punya group, which is bunch of freaking church people who believes in him semua, and he has it's not like a group of cannibals macam in the game. It's actually a group of women and children semua tu. So he was telling the truth in the game. We get to see that. Wow, what I like about this is that they say like, oh, how much deer venison semua tu kan. But in the episode in the future, macam no, like fast forward, deer venison semua tu is freaking the humans. They were cannibalizing people already. I think they were cannibalizing the dad. And but the people don't know. So like the people are virtually innocent. But we don't have the iconic macam the zombie swarm datang. It was just Ellie and David and James macam James gives him the medicine to give to Joel. It kind of follows the game semua. Joel did a really good job like really portraying what Joel was in the game. So to point, he did like a really good job. I really like that. Macam shot for the game. David main character, dude, this guy is evil, jahat. It's not like implied macam in the game. This guy is a pedophile. Like memang they were going all out to gempak guy because it's not implied anymore. He is a pedophile, rapist, and he's a cannibal. They aren't hiding it anymore macam in the game. So they really went face on that. In the final battle, it was just Ellie and David macam Ellie kan run out macam in the town semua tu kan. But this one, Ellie escapes but she's locked in, so we are in the final boss level terus. And to me I think everything felt kind of rushed actually. Everything felt super rushed. The fight with David pun felt rushed, tapi we had the iconic line, and David is straight up a rapist terus. I gotta say, he's a straight up rapist in this. Macam teruk gila. I mean, I'm like, wow, they went there, and it's good that they went there. And paling teruk sekali, David was a math teacher, so it's like worse. And he said that, oh, you know, like that when they struggle, that means he did it before. So it's like lagi that character is so evil. It's good that they really went all in. But Ellie did not get stopped when she was hacking his face off. Ellie did not get stopped by Joel inside. She went outside and then baru Joel jumpa dia. Had that iconic, oh, it's okay baby girl punya hug semua tu macam Joel wants to bring Ellie. Macam Joel sees that Ellie has gone through a lot at that age, and Joel feels macam he feels guilty about it. Macam you can see it from his face. And then they walk out and then the episode ends. So in this episode, I kind of feel like David was a good guy first because I thought they only started to cannibalize people, but that turns out he was cannibalizing people before. So like, wow, it's so bad. And Christiana, like his freaking cult, because they don't know that they're cannibals. But in the end, it's kind of felt weird because why didn't anyone alert? Why weren't the soldiers going to the fireplace? Macam David is in there. Why didn't everyone like go there to like at least at the battle a little bit better? But there was no battle in this. But I think Ellie did a good job in this episode. Joel Putsama did a good job. That David character, whoa, evil. Troy Baker got killed. The voice is Joel actor got killed by a knife macam in the game. So, but it was good to see him acting. It's cool. Overall, I give this episode an 8 out of 10 because it felt super rushed. I think they could have like go on a little bit longer, maybe 2 episodes up, but it felt like so rushed. They wanted to get that quota. I don't know why the episodes are so sikit for them to adapt the game. I mean, I think HBO should give them more episodes to like delve deep into the characters, make it stretch out. It felt rushed. I mean, I felt like dah habis it just finished like that. I give it 8 out of 10. The acting is good, the storyline was good, but it just felt rushed. Pacing dia macam tak ngam sangat. Yeah, overall really good episode 8.